The world is full of ordinary people doing extraordinary things. But some jobs exist in the shadows, hidden from the comforting light of day. Tonight we delve into the shadows to uncover the most dangerous jobs that nobody talks about. These are the stories that will make your skin crawl and your heart race. The abyss awaits. Imagine descending into the abyss where the light fades and the unknown lurks. The deeper you go, the more the world you know slips away, replaced by an alien landscape of shadows and silence. This is the life of a deep-sea diver. Every dive is a journey into the unknown, a test of endurance and courage. The ocean, vast, unforgiving, and home to creatures beyond our wildest nightmares. It is a realm where the rules of the surface world do not apply, where survival depends on skill, knowledge, and a bit of luck. Down there in the crushing pressure and inky blackness, men and women toil away, their lives hanging by a tether. Every breath is a reminder of the thin line between life and death. One wrong move, one equipment malfunction, and the ocean claims another victim. The stakes are always high and the margin for error is razor thin. But it's not just the physical dangers that make this job terrifying, it's the isolation. The feeling of being cut off from the world above, of being alone in a vast, indifferent expanse. The feeling of being utterly alone, surrounded by something ancient and uncaring. The ocean is a place where time seems to stand still, where the past and present blur together in the darkness. Divers have reported seeing strange lights in the depths, hearing whispers on their comms that couldn't be explained. These phenomena add to the eerie atmosphere, making every dive a journey into the unknown. Some say it's just nitrogen narcosis playing tricks on their minds. The effects of deep diving can alter perception, creating illusions that seem all too real. But others believe it's something more sinister. They speak of encounters with entities that defy explanation, of presences that seem to watch and follow. They tell stories of colossal shapes moving in the darkness, of tentacles reaching up from the depths to caress their diving bells. These tales are passed down among divers, adding to the mystique and danger of the deep. Stories of creatures that defy all logic and reason. Beings that seem to come from another world, existing in the shadows where light cannot reach. Creatures that have never seen the light of day and wish to keep it that way. They are the true denizens of the deep, adapted to a life of perpetual darkness. And then there are the wrecks, silent sentinels of the past. They lie scattered across the ocean floor, each with its own story to tell. The silent tombs of ships lost to the sea, their ghostly crews forever entombed within their rusted hulls. These wrecks are both a treasure trove of history and a reminder of the ocean's unforgiving nature. Divers speak of feeling a cold dread as they approach these wrecks, a sense of unseen eyes watching their every move. The atmosphere is thick with the weight of history and the presence of those who never made it back to the surface. Some refuse to enter, claiming that the souls of the dead still cling to their watery graves. They believe that disturbing these resting places invites misfortune, that the spirits of the lost sailors guard their final resting places with a jealous vigilance. When the police leave, they step in. Crime scene cleaners face the aftermath of humanity's darkest moments. They walk into scenes that most people would never want to imagine, let alone see in person. Blood, bone, the lingering scent of death. These are not just remnants of a crime. They are the echoes of violence and tragedy that hang in the air. These are the things that crime scene cleaners contend with every day. They don their hazmat suits and step into the aftermath, armed with cleaning supplies and a steely resolve. They are the invisible hands that erase the most horrific acts imaginable, restoring order to chaos. Their work is meticulous, methodical, and absolutely necessary. But the scars they carry are not physical. The emotional and psychological toll is immense. They are etched onto their souls. Each scene leaves a mark, a memory that cannot be easily washed away. Imagine scrubbing the blood of a murder victim from the floor, knowing that every stain, every splatter represents a life cut short. The weight of that knowledge is heavy. Imagine cleaning up after a suicide, the despair and hopelessness clinging to the air like a shroud. The sense of loss is palpable, almost suffocating. These are the things that haunt a crime scene cleaner's dreams. The images replay in their minds, a never-ending loop of horror. They say that evil lingers in places where terrible things have happened. The atmosphere is thick with the residue of malevolence, and for those who clean up after evil, the exposure can be too much to bear. The emotional burden is overwhelming. Many turn to drugs or alcohol to numb the pain, to silence the screams that echo in their minds. It's a coping mechanism, albeit a destructive one. Some don't make it out alive. The weight of their experiences becomes too much, leading to tragic ends. They are the unsung heroes of the justice system, the ones who confront the darkness so that others don't have to. Their work is crucial, yet often goes unnoticed, but their work comes at a price. The emotional and psychological toll is a heavy burden to carry. A piece of their soul is chipped away with every job, leaving them hollowed out and haunted by the things they've seen. The cost of cleaning up after the devil is immeasurable, but they continue to do it day after day because someone has to. Venturing into abandoned buildings and forgotten places, urban explorers encounter more than just decay. They step into a world where time stands still, where the past whispers through crumbling walls and broken windows. Each creak of the floorboards, each gust of wind through shattered glass, tells a story of what once was. Sometimes they find something that should have remained hidden. These explorers, driven by curiosity and a thirst for adventure, often stumble upon secrets that were meant to be forgotten, buried under layers of dust and neglect. The lure of the unknown draws urban explorers to abandoned hospitals, derelict asylums, and forgotten factories. These places, once bustling with life and activity, now stand silent and eerie, their histories etched into every corner, every shadow. They document their explorations, sharing their findings with the world through photos and videos. Each image, each frame, captures a moment frozen in time, a glimpse into a world that few dare to enter. But some places hold darkness that should not be disturbed. These locations, shrouded in mystery and fear, harbor secrets that are better left untouched. Imagine stepping inside an abandoned asylum, the air thick with the scent of decay and the faint echoes of madness. The walls, once white and sterile, now stained and crumbling, seem to whisper the stories of those who once walked these halls. Imagine walking down a hallway lined with padded cells, the doors hanging open like gaping maws, each cell a silent witness to the torment and suffering that took place within its confines. This is the world that urban explorers inhabit, a world where the past and present collide, where the echoes of forgotten lives linger in the shadows. They seek out the stories behind the decay, the lives lived and lost within these forgotten walls. Each artifact, each piece of debris tells a tale of a time long gone, of people who once called these places home. But sometimes, the stories find them. In the silence and solitude of these abandoned places, the past reaches out, making its presence known in unsettling ways. There are tales of explorers being touched, scratched, even spoken to by unseen entities. These encounters, both thrilling and terrifying, serve as a stark reminder of the thin veil between our world and the next. Some have captured strange anomalies on camera, shadows that move on their own, figures lurking in the background of their photos. These images, often blurry and indistinct, hint at the presence of something otherworldly. They say that the veil between our world and the next is thin in these abandoned places, that the boundary separating the living from the dead is fragile, easily breached, that the spirits of those who died there still linger, trapped between realms. These restless souls, unable to move on, haunt the places they once knew, their presence felt by those who dare to enter. And for those who dare to venture into their domain, a terrifying truth awaits. The past, with all its horrors and secrets, is never truly gone. It waits, lurking in the shadows, ready to reveal itself to those who seek it out. Sometimes the things we seek out in the darkness are the very things we should be running from. The thrill of discovery, the allure of the unknown, can quickly turn into a nightmare as the echoes of the forgotten come to life. These jobs are not for the faint of heart. They remind us that sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that are real, the ones whispered in hushed tones by those who have stared into the abyss and lived to tell the tale. Stay safe, and until next time, keep your eyes open and your lights on. You never know what may be lurking just beyond your sight. Sweet dreams.